and welcome to a new episode of Retro Rank Rhapsody. This episode, Super Fighting Robots. A while back I had a poll to see what theme I should do for November. One of the entries was anime. That has lost twice. However, I decided that I would do one episode this month devoted to the theme. And that is this episode. Because what's more anime than fighting robots? So yeah, we'll be taking a look at games involving fighting robots, including the first entry, as you can probably see from the title card, from a franchise that's going to take us quite a bit to get through, and I've been really looking forward to get into this franchise. So let's just go ahead and start the episode so we can get to it sooner. Yeah, so there are many games, as you'd probably expect, involving super fighting robots. A while back, like in one of the first episodes that involved... when we were kind of filling out the list, and I did the Dex list, or when we were going through, not the Dex list, the Christmas list. So going through early fighting games. We went through Street Fighter 1, which is kind of considered to be one of the first games to have the traditional fighting game style. That actually wasn't really the case, because there were a few games actually that had something similar, but they were actually really single-player focused. Konami's, I believe it was a 1983 or 84 game called Year Kung Fu, kind of had the format, except that was really only a single-player game. There really wasn't a versus mode to it. However, Konami made a kind of pseudo-sequel to Year Kung Fu, and it's the game we're going to take a look at right now.
Warming up.
Also, it's good to hear this music again.
Is it?
So this is a game that is on Konami's Bubble System arcade board. So I think I covered it when I had covered Gradius in the Ranking of Shmups games or series. Basically, Bubble System was it was an arcade board that actually used what they call bubble memory. This is Galactic Warriors. But basically what the bubble system was, it had a different kind of, it's a little loud. It had a weird memory that it had to warm up, so that is why it had that thing. Also, this is still kind of loud. But yeah, this is Galactic Warriors.
Why is she shooting with her tits?
Because Ultraman.
I don't know.
Wait, was that an Ultraman thing, or was it a Mazinger Z thing? I can't remember, because one of those two.
Let's go ahead and start. So, we have a choice of 3 robots. Which one should we pick?
I don't know. Which one do you think you want?
The middle one.
Lightsaber,
The middle one.
Or whatever that last symbol was. I think it was a shotgun or something. Oh, you start out putting your initials.
Oh.
This'll never set off. Nobody will ever get used to this.
Also, prepare to battle. Good luck. Battle on the Mars.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I love Mars.
No, this is the Mars. There might be
Okay.
more Mars.
So, here, we have, Also,
what?
this is the one you picked, Orphan.
I know.
He knew.
You think I'm stupid?
Did you not see the preview video? We saw the preview video. We knew what we were getting into.
Yeah.
I knew what he was getting into. So how are the controls in this, by the way?
Terrible! This game controls like garbage.
But you won.
I won. You have defeated Uranus.
Wait, we were fighting on the Mars. Why
Battle
were we
on the
fighting
Iceland.
No, we were fighting on the Mars, but we were fighting Uranus.
So is the Iceland Pluto?
I don't
Or are we
know.
actually on Iceland?
No, the Iceland is Iceland, actually.
So this is Iceland. I thought it was more green.
Don't worry about it.
Alright. So what do the symbols next to our breast missiles mean?
I think you can get extra weapons, but I don't know how.
And would you really need to with tits like these?
I don't know, can we lose our weapons?
I don't think so.
Can they tear our tits off?
Oh my god, so they named the alien ripoff Giger.
Yep.
Yeah,
We're
wow.
Battle on the Saturn.
Wait, is that how you're supposed to pronounce Geiger?
No. Oh, right. This terrible segment. Because guess what we can do here?
No!
Lion!
No!
Oh no, we're getting punched to death. And he actually has a shield?
Yeah, so most of the robots you can pick, if you pick the first or third one, you actually have a shield that you can press with a button. We do not have one. Because why do we need one? Except for in this horrible stage. Because
it looks like you can switch your weapons. At least your opponent seems to be switching.
yeah, we can switch our weapons, but why would we?
I don't know. Do you want to?
No.
No.
Why does he
So
want
stupid.
to? He seems to be beating you just right with just his fists. Is he trying to get a stylish finish? Cut you in half or something?
Hey!
Holy
you somehow
shit,
made it.
That's kind of weird how the underdog, whoever has less health is purple, and whoever has more health is blue.
It is nice, because this does have the thing where if you have... Also
In
battle
the
weapons.
space!
Which part of space? The space!
The space. That sure is the space.
Oh hey, it's a Getter
Oh no.
Rebel.
Oh no.
Getter Dragon.
Oh no, your own game.
No, it's... No!
I don't think you're gonna...
Oh.
I think you have to switch weapons. Something
Oh.
tells me that you're...
You do
Oh,
have
I
a shield.
can't... Oh, I do have a shield. It's just that I can't do it while,
Oh
Rhapsody
no.
missiles.
His laser comes out faster than our tip missile.
Also, by the way, we have lives.
Wait,
Oh, yeah,
oh
never-
shit. I can't believe we have 16 tries to survive. It doesn't look like we're very good at punching either.
Wow, this is so cheap.
Yes.
I can't believe we're losing to the Getter Robo or the Getter Dragon or
No,
whatever.
you see what you do is you shoot, jump, shoot, jump, shoot, jump, shoot, jump.
Ah, like Mega Man, but backwards.
Well, it's this weird thing where every time he gets hit and stunned, the boob missiles disappear.
Yeah, because this has that thing where you take damage and...
What is this music, by the way?
bad.
Oh, okay, thanks. I mean, I could already tell, but...
The jumping and shooting... This is not working.
Not very
I've
well.
noticed.
I'm gonna go
We
ahead
need
and
to
say...
fake him out. You need to be standing, and then when he shoots, duck and shoot.
The problem
Yeah,
is
you
he'll
can charge
duck
up your-
too.
You can charge up your breasticles, right?
No.
Breast...
Yeah, your breasticles.
Oh god, please.
It's too late, I've already said it, but really, you can charge up the attack and then let go when you land, right? Or not?
No. Well, let's see. The problem is also I'm so huge and that laser lasts for so... Oh, there we go. I just gotta get the timing down.
Yeah, finally! Strategy! And it's good because when it gets interrupted, the laser disappears instead of what, you know, would actually happen to a source of light. Believe in yourself. Or something. Do a
Believe
Rocky
you
Balboa
yourself,
montage.
You're Mecha.
Oh. Okay. Okay, let's
It's
see.
just like the anime with mecha tit missiles.
Which one?
You know the one.
Hey, we
Yeah.
did it.
That one.
I just realized something in the distance blew up. What are those things?
I don't know.
Space.
That was
The space is
Ashura.
blowing up.
We beat Ashura.
It's because they couldn't handle the sheer eroticism of our robot.
There we go. Battle on the station.
What
Oh, hey, it's that
station?
robot we didn't pick.
This station.
Oh, look at that. He's just got pissed.
Doesn't do
Oh,
more damage.
Jesus.
It
Yeah,
deals
that's-
more
Oh,
damage.
no.
It's good fist. It's high quality fist.
High grade punch.
He also has resistance to stunning.
What?
Apparently.
Wait, get off me.
I can't
Please
believe.
stop styling on my grave.
Can't believe there was teabagging before first-person shooters.
I can.
Yeah, I can too.
Oh god, this is just.
And he has like
Well, yes.
and he has super armor, so I'm completely boned. So
Quick, figure out the input for the Hadoken.
I'm gonna go ahead and say there's probably not speaker commands in this.
Quick,
Game is
figure
this
out the
again?
input for the rocket
Galactic
punch.
Warriors. Let's also remember this came out in '85.
85 has secret codes and Konami codes, and this is a Konami game. Maybe every secret input is just a Konami code. How about that?
Spoilers, there is literally nothing about it on GameFAQs. Holy shit.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
I think there'd be something considering there's the tip rockets.
Erotic.
So he's not styling in your grave.
It's
He
just
just
a
goes to
guy.
the corner.
He was just silent in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, here. Okay. Here. I was just saying, I have another plan. It's not gonna work. Let's just wait a minute and a half. Nope, that's not gonna work.
Cabinet style weights and measures.
Nope.
Let's see. The arcade flyer does not have any controls.
Well, wait. Maybe you could wait him out if you use the shield.
Oh, right.
Maybe you can counter. Charge up your breasts, and then, you know, when he punches, then you let loose.
The problem is that he has a life lead right now.
Oh.
You're shitting bad.
I don't need my shield, I just need to walk into him.
Actually, yeah, that
Just gotta punch he dick.
let's try.
Yeah, I'm not finding anything on moves.
No problem
Yeah,
is
as I said-
you can duck. I think this is a losing endeavor.
It is interesting how different robots take different amounts of knockback.
Yeah, but also have different amounts of health and do different amounts of damage, and it sucks.
Yeah, but you only have to win once.
Up, up, down, down. Left,
To be
right.
fair, he has no lives left.
I
What
win.
is happening?
Good.
Well earned.
Nice fight.
Battle on the Earth.
Finally.
Oh no, it's a mirror match. Yep.
In more ways than one.
Oh god, no!
It is literally a mirror match.
It really is. Hey look, a space shuttle. Bye space shuttle. Welcome back space shuttle. Man, I didn't know they could drive backwards like that.
This just feels like. This just feels wrong.
In what way?
There's tits flying everywhere.
I see. That
This is
way.
where Odomedius got its ideas from.
Perfectly symmetrical violence, except that's not perfectly symmetrical at all.
Why does this exist?
This is the best game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this game is amazing!
I like how this is the robot to represent.
No.
He's just shooting God. You're just
Oh no.
shooting your tits into other tits.
Game over.
Hit canceling.
It is.
And then you explain your name because you put it in.
Yep. No, I'm not playing that again.
No, that game was amazing. You shut your whore mouth.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so that definitely technically belongs to the charisma list. Because it does have it was the one of the first games to have like a 2-player versus.
The real charisma was the tits we made along the way.
Yes.
We didn't make them.
I am gonna go ahead and say, God. I'm eyeing the original Street Fighter. Whether or not it is better or worse than the original Street Fighter.
It's better. See, the problem is we're like, how far did you get in the original Street Fighter?
We beat it, I think.
See, I guess I'm a little biased because the weird arcane turning moves and Hadoukens in Street Fighter 1, when you have no clue how to do any of this stuff, you can't cancel to do any of them. Whereas the game we just played was pretty straightforward.
It's pretty straightforward, but it also feels like complete ass.
Okay,
that's also
so I'll take your word for it.
That is also one thing that might not be noticeable in the actual video, although you might see it. It is incredibly clunky to play.
Well, I remember this Street Fighter 1.
Street Fighter 1 is clunky as well, but God, I'd have to bring it up real quick to just do a quick comparison. But there's
more room in Street Fighter.
There is. At the same time, like, I would say fighting in Street Fighter, clunky as it is, at least makes a little bit more sense than it does in this game, where it's just things kind of happen and it's like really sluggish.
Hits kind of shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. So which one would you rather play?
That's a really hard question. Part of me wants to say the original Street Fighter.
Yeah, I'd say the original Street Fighter personally.
Yeah, I would say it's below. So it is our new bottom of the list. The question is,
nice.
I don't know if I'd technically call that as total trash, because I think that is a game that serves good as being the very bottom of the low quality list.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't call it like atrocious.
It is just an incredible victim of its time. But also,
Like, it didn't fuck up bad enough for it to be considered fucking horrendous or anything. It's just bad.
Arcade. Bone.
Tit rockets!
I think it's fairly serious. I mean, it has the tit rockets because Mazinger had the tit rockets.
Yeah, I think it's probably atonal.
No, it's definitely atonal.
I mean, it's shown it.
Sound.
Barely there.
Yeah. It was barely there.
The music was horrendous.
Style.
Breast missile?
It was in space.
It was in several misspellings.
It had some interesting things going on with it, with character styles.
Do you take points for ripping off?
Ripping off what?
It's early 80s. It's mid 80s.
I thought that was hilarious that the alien is just named after Yeager.
I wouldn't knock it for that. So that's so commonplace at that point.
Well, they did look like robots, and they did move like robots.
I'd say C. Feel. Let's see. What's the metrics that
Yeah, you said it felt like terrible.
Let's see. This game doesn't. I would say this game just doesn't feel good to play. Is a good way to describe it.
Yeah. So is that D or C?
That is E.
E. Okay.
D would be if it was overly simplistic. C is just it felt fine, but not.
I would think
inspired.
E would be where you're trying to do something and it's not happening.
That's pretty much. That's kind of because E and F being kind of the bottom. One is due to you just couldn't pull it off right. F is just you were being an asshole. History. I don't think that this game has been released in the last 25 years or so.
Like F.
Well, the thing is, F is specific. I think I put for. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I think for F specifically. Yeah, this doesn't even have a Wikipedia entry, which this game does, so it goes in E.
Oh, it has a Wikipedia entry. Okay, so it had technicality, it's an E.
Someone has gone to the point of making a Wikipedia entry for it, so therefore it is an E.
Oh, and they didn't delete it.
And they didn't delete it. So I've kind of come to a decision on what I'm going to do for age. So when I first kind of thought of my redesign for how I was going to do age, I was thinking of doing this weird point system. Rather than that, what I have done is I've made this list of various quote-unquote sins, and I'm probably going to rename it. That basically, if a game has like one or two of something and say if it has something in the D level list, then it gets a D. Really, the problem is that for fighting games, it's such a specific thing that really there wouldn't be anything on this list that you would call.
Right, because even though you were knocked back when hit, that depended on your fighter.
That's more Castlevania-ish. But although I would probably... Because knockback on hit's one thing. This game, you are ping-ponged like across the screen. So I think
you picked the lightest robot, though. The heavier robots aren't.
That is true. But, so the thing is, I have tried the other robots, and you do still get knocked around quite a bit.
And what's unusual is it's a fighting game, but they gave you multiple lives. So instead of best 2 out of 3, you had like 3 or 6 lives, and then you were out of the game completely, which is interesting.
Yeah, because that's how Year Kung Fu did that. So I think it's kind of a it's kind of a holdover from that.
Yeah.
So
I think it's actually aged pretty well in that regard.
Yeah, I guess. It just... Well, I would say Rise of the Robots is also a newer-ish game, and that also just feels like ass. So I would say technically B. Actually,
I don't think you can go any higher than B if you have lives.
Actually, I was thinking I'd go C.
C sounds good.
Because I would go ahead and say that game is definitely aged, but it is also just mechanically weird, so there's that. Approach.
Now, what's approach again?
Approach is difficulty.
Difficulty.
Oh.
Well, approach
there was that one time I had to keep walking into a robot to win.
Because let's see, approach. I wouldn't call it a difficult, and I wouldn't call it obtuse. I would say it's, for the time, I would probably say it's balanced relatively fine.
I think if you spent a few more hours...
there is that laser robot, which was kind of a massive asshole, but other than that, I would probably say C.
It was true to the form of a fighting game where you had strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah. So yeah, that is Galactic Warriors.
Yay!
One of the first fighting games ever. So, this next game, I'm just going to go ahead and say, I really actually was not sure what thing to put this in. Let me just launch this game real quick, and we'll see exactly what it is. Also, hearing the sound of quality.
Yeah, already good enough.
Also, I accidentally hit the button, so it put the wrong disc in. Also,
Ding.
so this is... You can kind of see it.
This is a terrible name.
This is... Oh, come on. Fell down now. This is Breeder.
Alright.
So Breeder kind of makes sense as a name when we see what this game actually is.
They're all heterosexuals?
No, well, they're robots. Let's just watch this beginning bit.
Robots can't breed. That's not how that works.
What if you make
In the
super
future
robots?
Coliseum, Breeder.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Why would
I
you
don't
name
get
the
it.
Coliseum Breeder?
Well, once we
Well-
get into the actual game, it'll make more sense.
I'm guessing it's supposed to be kind of like, so if we need a new breed of fighter, we would make them fight in the Coliseum. The ones that win would advance up the hierarchy through
This is kind
combat
of-
Darwinism.
This is relatively impressive, what's the word that I'm thinking of?
Technically.
Particle?
This is a very
right?
good Commodore 64 bootleg, like, trainer thing.
Yeah, but I mean, on the Famicom disk system with the sprite limitation, it's kind of impressive.
Also, one of my favorite credits in the game is coming up.
It's a breeding game and has an illustrated package.
Special thanks to all these people.
Hadoken, sales planning and advertising.
No thanks to Carlos Alcon.
What the fuck did Carlos Ogawa do?
Wow.
Fuck
What
him in
did it
particular.
do?
The fuck did Carlos do?
I don't know.
Carlos from the Magic
But
School.
yes, we need to swap the disc.
Throwing
Did like
shade.
Carlos
aside,
Ogawa
dude.
fuck his wife or something?
I don't know. Okay, so... Please wait. So, right now, we could start... Well,
Metal
here's-
soldier making.
so here's the thing. If we start the game, we really can't do anything because we don't have anything to make, or don't have any metal soldiers. So let's make some metal soldiers.
Wait, so we get to customize our very own shenanigan?
Yes, so...
Oh wait, we have to make all of them?
Yeah, so here's the thing with this game. The entirety of this game is about making robots and having them fight each other.
Neat.
Wait, hold on. Why does number 7 have 2 points in fight already?
So maybe because I might have been trying this game out a little bit and seeing what happens when you hit nothing. So what should we name our first robot?
Carlos.
Assman.
Carlos Ogawa.
Carlos also works.
I will have the first robot be Assman and the second one be Carlos.
Yay.
Oh,
I guess it's just as now.
Assman.
What happens if you want to put a space in the name, or can you not?
I think you can. I think you just gotta go there. Okay, so Assman. Let's adjustment Assman. So when you go to adjustment, you have all these stats. Also, we can what kind of let's see. We have 2 legs, 4 legs, snake, hover, 3 tires, 6 tire, belt.
I mean, Assman has to have a belt.
Okay.
It's
right?
true.
Okay. So what should should we put? What
Don't
point
jump
should we
lucky
put?
IQ Eldest?
Just
What?
find the things that have the most to do with butts and just
Yeah,
max
so if
those out.
he's an ass man, he should have kick and he should have a lot of J distance.
Okay. Well, the thing is for J distance, I forgot exactly what that meant, but it doesn't
I think
cost any
jump
money,
is-
so just make it.
Okay, and I guess more L distance.
Okay, more L distance.
Is that laser distance?
I think so.
We should definitely give it laser.
Okay.
Yeah, we saw how
Max
broken
laser?
it is.
Yeah! The numbers are
420.
perfect, actually.
Well, the thing is, we can go up to 1,000, I think.
And yeah, more
Yeah.
jump and more walk.
Okay, let's go 5 jump and 5 walk. And then
What is torque
More
in this
armor.
case?
more armor. Torque, I think, is ability to turn.
Yeah, more. It's ass man. He has
10
to have
torque,
all
so he
the
can turn
torque.
and see that ass.
He has to
Okay.
sit and spin.
Okay, so let's
No
see.
mind, no IQ.
More charge. Is
Okay.
that charges in charging my laser or charges in going at someone?
I think it is laser.
All right.
Let's see what else.
Speed.
How
9-5 in speed.
how
I'm
I'm serious.
desperate
Speed and
fast is that?
dex.
I can't remember because I forgot to look it up.
Okay.
Extras.
It's letting you spend as much as you want in this guy.
Well, you can go up to 1,000.
Okay.
And then what else?
Lucky.
No, I think he should have no luck, no IQ, no punch, no mind. He should have more speed and more armor.
Okay. I think that's as much as we can go.
Put it all. Can we put in luck then?
We can put 1 in luck.
There we go. Let's have 1 in
Perfect.
luck. I feel lucky today.
Okay, so, and then...
Wait, did you save? Because it still says...
No, it's because he hasn't been in a
okay,
fight yet.
that's the number of fights it's been in. Okay. I thought it was like the fighting
we go.
capability or something.
Oh, it's because the last thing I put in was a space that's...
Whoopsies. Carlos. Oh no. I can't believe putting a real name is the most hardiest task.
Carlos. Okay, what should Carlos have?
I don't know, something that makes you hate him, I guess.
It
should be a luck.
You
You should be lucky.
You should just be extremely quick and extremely lucky.
Yeah.
And a
And
smart
just-
ass.
Yeah. so
But,
give
but which
him-
is smarter for smartasses, mind or IQ?
Yeah, what's the difference? This is
Let's
hilarious.
have them both be a real jackass.
And then put the rest in punch so we can just punch people.
Okay, and then up that Jadist, let's give it 5. Let's walk. No, he'll jump around.
So jump. There we go.
Oh, walk doesn't cost any money or any points.
Oh, well then why would you have a 10 in it?
Oh, it's probably because maybe if you just wanted to sit in one location.
It's how frequently he dedicates himself to doing walk, I guess.
Okay, I think there.
All
Okay,
right.
let's have him fight.
Oh, we're gonna fight a pit Carlos and Assman against each other?
I mean, we just
You don't
beat him,
actually
so-
play the game, you just watch them fight?
So, about that. Let's just put the controller down because let's just watch him fight.
What do the things in the bottom left mean then?
I believe one is the ability to, one is jumping, one is kicking. It's basically showing when it's doing certain attacks.
So why is Assman constantly briefcasing or whatever that symbol means?
I believe that is moving.
What? Why is
You could probably
Carlos?
speed this up.
Oh,
a
there we go.
It looks like Echo the Dolphin with his skirt.
Yeah, this really sucks.
Yeah, kinda.
I don't think we made the right decision giving Assman.
Like, how do you
the
make
belt.
robot fighting boring? The answer is this.
Also, why is Assman constantly retreating? Does he need to put some distance between
He's
himself?
too
and,
stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe he hates Carlos
Up
that
and shot
much.
something.
Yeah, he managed to shoot things a couple of times.
So there's two ways to lose a fight. One is to at the top is your health. Bottom is your. You see that fuel. So yeah, if you lose fuel, you would just instantly die.
So having an empty tank just kills your robot?
Yep.
Alright.
They're not even hitting each other.
Nope.
Well, Carlos is jump kicking, isn't he?
Assman took 2 points of damage from something. Oh, he took 10 points of damage. Yeah, but all he does is retreat and not do anything.
I think he wants to put some distance between himself and Carlos.
Well,
So
yeah, but he's got a laser. He could at least be
Joke's
shooting.
on you fuckers, he timer scammed it!
Oh, actually, no, you don't instantly die. Oh.
No, you just
Stop
stop
moving.
moving. Oh god, please tell me Assman loses all his feeling and he just will sit
Oh.
there.
Wait, is Assman's literally only, like, move is to circle the stage? Is that his AI logic?
I
He's
guess.
so dumb, he doesn't know to attack.
Oh, wait, why
Oh
did
no!
this man die?
He had less
Oh,
health.
maybe it's because of Carlos's luck. Carlos
They-
would have died if his luck wasn't maxed out. He got lucky.
I guess, yeah, since they both ran out of both ran out of fuel, Carlos is the default winner because he has the most hit points.
Except Assman had the most.
Yeah, Assman had the most. You know what? Let's do a mirror match.
I think it's my theory. I still think that it's just because, oh god, they're never going to hit each other.
Oh, nope.
Joke's on you, one Assman already got hit.
Did they really? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I can see the health going
They're getting
down,
fucked up!
Nope. Yeah.
Man, Blue
Yes.
Assman is not. It's not very good.
Okay, now let's try a mirror Carlos match. Also, what's great is that technically it counts as 2 fights per Assman.
No, I saw the counter go up to 3.
Oh, they had an air duel.
Yeah, but only Blue Carlos apparently managed to do it. Yeah. Blue Carlos is the one doing damage, even though they're both jump kicking.
Yeah, it looks like because he's going second. You know, this wouldn't be too bad if it wasn't so freaking slow.
Yeah, maxing out speed doesn't seem to have done what I was hoping it would do.
Is there just the one arena?
Yep.
Because I was thinking of, like, this might be like Mail Order Monsters, which was an Electronic Arts title where you built a monster and bought things for it. But that had a variety of environments, and you had money, so you wanted to win prizes, whereas with this, you just put points in a robot and just watch it go.
Kind of like Barcode Battler in that way.
Only not as interesting. So how did you get this game? I'm sorry, how would one get this game back in
You
the
would go to... I believe that this is Disc Writer exclusive.
Okay, so it was one of the vending machine games?
Yep.
Okay.
Spend 1,500 yen to get this.
Man, I can't wait to fight as my favorite fighting spirit in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Assman.
Yeah, strangely enough, none of these guys are in Smash Bros.
Was this a precursor to Custom Robo, do you think?
I hope not.
No! Fucking no! What are you, stupid?
Maybe that's who Carlos Ogawa is. Carlos Ogawa was the guy who went on to make Custom Robo.
Oh no.
These guys... Oh, they both got lucky! I was right! It was luck! It was just blind luck. That's why they didn't explode. Because both of these are Carlos Ogawas. They will never explode.
Fuck you, Carlos.
Yeah, no thanks, Carlos Ogawa.
Okay, I gotta look up something.
How do I soft reset Galactic Warriors? I mean, no, whatever, Breeder. How do I soft reset Breeder? God, it just occurred to me, there was no reason to name this game Breeder at all.
Just because you're
really...
breeding robots, I guess?
You're not really breeding them, and if you did, I mean, there was a
Breeding
lot of
robots! Yes! Enjoy!
I mean, in theory, you could be pitting them against each other and recording who wins the most, but you still only get 1,000 points.
So here's what, according to Game Facts, here's what each of the effects are.
I like my headcanon of they invented robots to fuck.
So speed and fuel use. Dex is increases speed it takes to change direction. Armor is increased defensive power. Torque is increased non-laser attack strength. Jump is increased probability of jumping. Walk is affects how smart the robot will walk. Laser is increases laser power. Lucky is increases accuracy. IQ is how well the robot will make decisions. L-dist is increased laser distance. Let's see. Kick is increases kick power. Punch is increased punch power. Charge is decreases the time it will take for a robot to fire a laser. Mind is increases the robot's probability to fight instead of to run away. And J-dist is increased jump distance.
Well, that explains why Aspen doesn't attack, because he has no mind.
Yeah, he's too stupid.
Yep.
Those are terrible attributes.
Yep. Okay, so you can
This
select
sums up the game. Sums up the game perfectly.
So yeah, that was Breeder.
Wow. Apparently all the effort went into the tech demo opening screen.
In a bizarre... I am actually kind of considering that this game should belong on the Charisma list because it is technically a versus game. Because
where do you put your tactical games?
I would not call this a tactical game.
You don't actually make any reflex
It's a simulation, dude.
Yeah, it's a sim.
In a sense.
It is. You are not playing it. You are not fighting. You are building these robots and their logic.
Yeah, there's no twitch reflexes whatsoever.
Yeah.
There's not even ordering commands once they start.
Okay.
Unless, like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you had the controller in port 2, then you could do these things, but we won't tell.
I was thinking Charisma because I was thinking, like, you could have one person build one robot, the other person build the other, and it's like, which one wins in the system, but also it's technically kind of random, so... It really doesn't mean a whole lot of anything.
Just max out your luck. Those two Carlos.
Wait, what did luck do again?
Luck was accuracy.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So wait, it had nothing to do with them not blowing up?
Nope.
Well, that's silly.
I don't know why they weren't blowing up. Let's see, what do we have in planning so far? Okay, I could put it in planning. This game is bottom of the list.
Yes.
This is definitely 4.
Building the ultimate fuckbot.
That was 1986, so it was relative launch of the Famicom Disk System. Soft Pro. 40 FPS.
I say it's a sim.
Do I not have sim? Or I'll put S. Oh, also I just realized that I put the wrong subgenres here. Those are not shooting games.
What does SLG stand for?
Strategy game. Or simulate. It's like simulation. It's one of those weird Japanese acronyms. I think it's something like simulation game.
Which tone is the erotic tone?
I do have a naughty.
Because robots is fucking...
Sure.
Don't actually, it's neutral tone.
Yeah.
Like there is no tone. The game has no person.
Yeah, it's because sound is not good. Style is. Let's see. Let's see. Does this game's style shows untapped potential, or wears its influence too much on its sleeve, or the game's style is notably lacking or garish, but does not show evidence of intentional incompetence?
It is 100% A.
Okay.
There is no untapped potential. It's trash.
Yeah.
It's like wrestling games where you put the computer on
Feel.
and you create a characters.
I think I have. Well, technically, it's not. You know
They
what?
don't do
Actually,
anything.
that backwards E is looking pretty on the nose. What the hell were they thinking?
Yeah,
Also-
it's a good question.
Also, the conditional.
Surprised you don't have one for Feel that is basically a hands-off type thing.
Well, it's because there's not really that many that belong in that category. History. I don't even. Well, let's find out.
Yeah, search Breeder.
Here, let's go to Wikipedia. Yeah.
Just watching you search Breeder on Wikipedia.
Here, let's do this. Breeder is breeder disambiguation.
Breeder is a person who selectively breeds.
Nope. I do not see an entry for the Famicom Disk System game. Therefore, this is our first F in history. Oh,
I'm
God
giggling.
damn it. Hold
I'm
on.
giggling at one of the meanings.
I can't believe
What
you
was it?
accidentally removed your F
Let's
ranking.
see.
What was it, you fucking child?
Slang.
Okay. Okay.
It's kind of fucked up too.
Putting F in there. Age.
I guess it's a slang now.
It never really aged to begin with. There's nothing because there's no approach because there's no difficulty to it.
I guess not understanding what you're doing because you didn't have a manual is a difficulty.
I would still call it.
Yeah, non-existent.
Okay, so enough of that.
What's next on the agenda?
So let's actually start taking a look at some decent games. Especially this game, because this is a game that... So I was one of the lucky few when the Super Nintendo was a thing to own a Super Scope. I was also lucky enough to actually own some of the actually decent games for the Super Scope.
Yeah.
Much like like this next game we're going to take a look at.
So we're gonna be playing Joshi Safari.
No.
Shut the fuck up. We're playing a good game.
This
Battle
is Battle
Clash.
Clash. This is a really interesting game because it's... Let's just actually get into the game first.
It is a game that has it's better than any Super Scope game has the right to be.
So, if you're not
No,
familiar with
that's
the
Mortal
Super
Kombat.
Scope, so the way that the Super Scope worked is basically the Super Scope. If you're not familiar with it, that's what this thing is right here. Basically, rather than a zapper like a pistol for the NES had, the SNES had a bazooka light gun that basically the actual trigger that we'd use to fire is actually at the top, that's where it's saying press fire right here. The thing with the Super Scope is that the way that it worked required that any game that used it, you had to calibrate it before you used it. So you got to make sure that you're kind of aim it in the center, and then make sure that the aim works. So there is a two-player option, which basically is you doing time trials and swapping between the two people. I'm doing one player. So Battle Games, the main mode. Time trials is basically... So the way that this game is basically you are... Well, will make sense in the game.
yeah. Metal Combat has a training mode that has some plot in it, but
Yeah.
that isn't
this one doesn't quite have the plot stuff. It still has some of the plot. Like, it definitely has plot stuff.
Shoot the screen, fucko!
But yes.
I think it's all in the manual.
Yes.
It might be here. Let's see what he says.
You
See what your pilot does.
literally fight at the Tower of Babel. What the fuck?
So the guy at the bottom right is your pilot.
Yes, this is, I believe his name is Michael. He is the one who is piloting the mech. So the way in this world, basically, what their kind of cutesy name for mechs that every franchise or thing tends to have. These are STs. We are the ST Falcon, as you can see down here. This is the ST Garam. Most standing tanks have basically just a pilot and a gunner at the same time. Ours is unique because Mike is the pilot, we are the gunner.
It's a two-seater.
We are the video game.
So, this game is actually kind of a sort of a fighting game, in a weird way, but not really, because it'll make a lot more sense once the game actually starts.
It's kind of more like a fighting game in the sense that Punch-Out is a fighting game. Like a puzzle game element.
Yeah, the Punch-Out comparisons are actually really apt, because I believe this is a Gunpei Yokoi game?
Yeah, but the thing is that depending on where you shoot, you can destroy certain attacks. You can also destroy certain weapons on the enemy, and I think there's a weak point that occasionally exposes itself.
Okay, so...
It is Gunpei Yokoi.
Okay. So yeah, he'll shoot at me. The thing is with the blinking shots, the only way you can destroy it is with a powered shot.
Which means that you have to not mash the button constantly.
Also, shooting him in the dick is actually a really good option.
Yeah, the joints are usually...
also that.
Yeah.
So fun fact, the lady who did the composition for this, did the composition for most of the Fire Emblem games. It also worked...
There is also in the sequel, there is a very very explicit reference to Fire Emblem.
And she also did music for both the Paper Mario game.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Her name is Yuko Tsujiyoko.
I really wish that there were more credits for the artist, because whenever they draw the damage sprites and all that, they did an incredible job.
The art direction in this game is absolutely fantastic.
Okay, so Garam was kind of very much a basic robot. So going forward, the standing tanks that we're going to fight all have some sort of gimmick to them. This is Scarab.
Yeah, it's like going from Glass Joe into the rest of the fighters.
Yeah. You want to take a wild guess what the gimmick for this boss is?
Is it that he's fat?
No, well, kinda. He is mostly invulnerable, except for his weak spot. You want to guess where his weak spot is?
Is
Dick.
it his dick?
It's his dick.
I mean, you say that, but it's more like the belly button on, King Hippo, isn't it?
Kinda.
This is one of the few robots that doesn't actually return the way it looks right now in the next game, right? In Metal Combat.
I don't think this game...
I don't think this one returns at all.
No, it doesn't.
No, the Scarab as is doesn't return, but it fights the same way as the XP that you fight in the Great Wall of China, if I remember right.
Yeah, there is a somewhat of a equivalent, but it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not the same person.
Also, I do appreciate the sense of speed that this game gives.
Yes.
It gets more speedy in the next game.
I'm aware.
Oh yeah. Well, this game it gets pretty quick. There is one fight in particular where the speed of the game is really obnoxious. Also, the fact that you have to account travel time too is also, I would say, unique.
Don't forget that
I appreciate in the lower left, like the
game.
distance to your enemy.
Yeah,
this is the first part of
This is specifically intelligent systems is like the big one.
Yeah.
It's technically Nintendo R&D as well as Intelligent Systems.
I don't know why, because, well, here's the thing. So, in Japan, this game is called Space Bazooka. It apparently did not do well. The sequel to this game, Metal Combat, only came out in the US.
Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge, thank you.
Yes. Okay, which is this Lorca? Yep.
I don't know, what country did it go to? Oh, London.
I like that the world is just a hellscape.
Yep, also look at this.
Oh my god.
Also, I probably should be using my bombs, too.
Yeah. You could save it for a rainy day, though.
I think in this one, it's, you have one per.
Oh, you immediately get one again? And it doesn't matter what you did to defeat your opponent?
I'm pretty sure. Oh. Okay, one problem is the fact that I've accidentally... There we go. I've accidentally turned off rapid fire, which is very unfortunate.
I do really love the battle damage.
Yeah, I'm really surprised there were not more Lycan games like this.
A shame, really. Like, this game is super neat, and it's super charming. It is better than it has any right to be for the tech demo that it is.
No, the tech demo was the Super Scope 6.
Yeah, Super Scope 6 is definitely even more tech demo-y than this. Also, one thing is we don't really get a whole lot of items in this one. In the sequel, you definitely get... Because there's 4 slots here, we really only ever get something... There's one item that we definitely get, but in this one, it's mostly just the bombs.
Well,
behold, pink, therefore love interest!
Okay. Yeah, there is definitely a, not a reference, but a boss that fights a lot like this in, the sequel.
If I remember right, in the sequel they actually made it a gimmick fight where you have a hard time limit until you reach the ground.
Think so? Well, no, it's not that you hit the ground, it's till you burn up in the atmosphere. Also, as you can probably expect, there is what the weak point for this this boss is.
The jetpack.
Yep. Oh. Problem is you actually have to hit it.
Yeah, that was probably one thing that you had to defend with your the other guy.
Yeah, usually it's hit the weak point for massive damage. You don't seem to be a bad person. You just fly a death robot and shoot missiles at people.
Okay, Kyoto.
Welcome to Japan.
Yep.
We've got pipelines.
Which is untouched by the apocalypse.
God.
Mass-produced
I
golden.
would like to point out that this is a Japanese-developed game.
Yep. Japan's always awesome.
I was more thinking that this is not an American stereotype.
Well, I mean,
No, it's a Japanese stereotype. I thought that was obvious.
Well, yes.
the man in question is blonde, and has bushy bros.
I suppose.
And
But
I don't
buck
think
teeth.
he's.
I was going to
I don't
say
think what
he
has
does have a
powers.
Punch-Out-esque thing to him. Also,
Is he supposed to be Chinese?
I don't know. Well, is Robot?
Yeah, I have no clue given that he's driving the Schneider.
Yeah,
I
that
just
is
realized that the
very
robot
German
is
name.
fake. I just realized that the robot is vaguely like Twin B-ish in appearance.
Yeah, the fact that he's got a monocle and it's blonde, I think he's supposed to be German. They like to give the Germans buck teeth. The leader of the Nazi vampires in Helsing 2000 or whatever has buck teeth.
Oh.
The Helsing Ultimate.
Helsing Ultimate, thank you. I don't know why I said 2000.
What a fucking magical show.
I feel bad for Twin B.
Twin B's a fuck.
Do not waste your tears on Twin B. Are they building giant Buddhas?
Yeah,
Looks
you
like
didn't
it.
notice them? They're sandwiched in between all the oil machinery.
Yeah. Like, what's going on? There's a vegetarian refinery?
Why would
Oh,
that
vegan
have anything-
refinery, because Buddhists are off.
Oh man, I've got some bad news for them then.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Oh, it was a wig.
Yep. Okay. Now it's starting to get a little bit interesting.
Or Oceania.
Yeah.
Time for the real gimmick.
Yeah.
Giant enemy crab?
It's the treasure crab.
Please, that is clearly a spider.
I only see 4 legs.
Wow, it's not even Boris the spider, it's Ivan the spider.
And okay, so yeah, just because this guy's slow does not mean he's easy. First thing you kind of want to do is take care of the turrets.
What about the ones on the legs?
You can take care of those. Oh, you can't hit that little building.
Yeah, you have pixel perfect detection, and it does open when you hit that, but it doesn't do damage unless you hit the interior.
Yeah, that's the thing why you want to be really on the ball when that thing opens.
You could just shove your bomb in there, and that'll probably do it.
That would probably also do it, yeah. Let's got one of the lights down. There we go.
Too bad that doesn't affect the speed so much as just removes one turret.
I'll say even that didn't do much damage. There we go. There we go.
That was a weird ending.
God, fighting the thing with the actual, like, super scope was a little bit harder than you'd imagine.
Wait, did we actually shoot the man's helmet? I didn't realize that.
I like the bandage on the helmet.
Yeah, what's up with that?
It's an anime thing.
Okay, but where do these people go when their mech explodes?
I don't know. Also, this. The V system. The V system's really interesting. Also, it is a one-time use item.
Mm-hmm.
The V stands for destruction.
Kind of, because basically what it is that it makes you invulnerable, it makes you do twice as much damage, it makes it so that the enemy is always in the center of the screen. The problem with it is that it drains all your health.
Well,
Also, this is the hard.
It's all your health.
Also, this is the hardest boss boss fight in the game. It drains it very slowly.
So,
Well, it's Operation Drains Your Health. Okay.
is that a sushi conveyor belt in the background?
I don't think so.
No, we're at Babel, a space elevator, you jackass.
I know we're in a space elevator, but that looks like a conveyor belt and some of the things there.
Don't elevators go up?
No, I'm looking at the parts that are going to the side, inside the walls.
Oh, I think it's supposed to be some sort of weird painted window.
I guess so.
Yeah, this is a very nice space elevator.
Yeah, they pulled out all the stops. I forget what we get in the fourth slot. If we get something.
I don't even know if it do. Maybe the other, because there are other. Damn it.
You missed.
There we go.
Oh, the HUD at the bottom of the screen is singularly useless.
I mean, the HUD is largely fluff. Also, it's a way of limiting the play screen.
Right.
Buddy, I think you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, you might want to concentrate on removing some other limbs very quickly.
It's almost there.
No, we're doomed.
Lolo, I believe in you, even though no one else does. See?
There you go.
I'm glad that Les could give you some comp.
See? You won.
I love
If
that.
you should live.
I love that. I don't even remember fighting. I don't remember losing. I don't remember losing at all.
Welcome to the fucking moon.
Umisuna.
Okay, that's just really on the nose in the worst way.
Which part?
Moonbase Luna, you jackass.
Moon base. Oh, this one's a shield.
Yep. We're fighting
Guess
a
what
char.
he has. Guess what he has in the sequel instead of a gun?
A bazooka.
A sword.
It's a super scope. I take robot heads. It doesn't really matter since that's not where the cockpit is. Oh, does Battle Clash have the thing where if you shoot this guy's shield, it's bad for you?
I don't think it reflects, but it does cause. It is actually useful because it does actually get him to shoot, which you can definitely exploit.
Okay. I'm just checking because in the sequel, it charges. It's more like
there's a different boss fight because this guy does show up in the sequel, but he pilots a different mech. Because there is another one that is very similar, but it's not the same. Yeah, because that one, he has a ship. Oh, also that.
Oh, yeah.
I always appreciated that whenever he loses his bazooka, he just throws his shield at you.
Now he must use his boob guns.
Yeah. The boss fight is a lot easier than goddamn Malagus.
I do like his mech design though.
It's really good. It is also the most Gundam of the ones.
Oh yeah, I was getting big Gundam vibes.
I don't know, it's a little too flowery to be a Gundam, but I get you.
Also, it kind of
the
looks
shield-
exactly like Char, so... Oh, so I wonder
do
if
they-
it's the last stage.
Oh, I wonder. What do they call the trooper guys?
Zaku?
Yeah, he had serious Zaku vibes.
I think Garam kind of looks more like a Zaku than that
This is
guy.
the moon.
Also, Thanatos.
I guess the underworld is in the moon or something.
I mean, we know hell
Also,
is
he
on
has
Mars.
heterochromia.
True, it is right. Hell is on Mars, so it can only be assumed that the underworld is on the moon.
I mean, that's how Doom had it. Okay, so...
Can you remember all you've learned throughout the whole game?
You didn't really learn anything.
Buddy, it's only been like half an hour.
The question is, are you
All
going
these
to
skills.
Are you going to use the V system, or are you going to hold on to it?
I might hold on to it for reasons.
What do you mean? This is the final boss. Come on. You know you
The
want
V stands for destruction.
to. Yeah. The V stands for don't waste it. Don't keep it until the end. There won't be another boss after this, we promise.
V for very end.
No, Tyrion, that's just silly.
Oh man, it's not even his final form.
Behold!
Also, these Atari 2600 noises.
What?
Behold the lava score, and it's 2 bits.
Behold! Okay, but that laugh is really good.
Also,
Get aggressive.
Yeah, you gotta be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Oh man, all your friends are here to help.
Are these people that we tried to murder?
No,
Yeah.
it's an anime. You try to murder them
Also?
and they become your friend.
yep.
Yeah, no one remembers fighting you. Remember, they're all brainwashed.
Oh,
Okay.
you're right.
Okay. Okay, here's V system time. And I'm gonna completely screw this up. Okay. Yep,
Those feet.
I completely host that.
Buddy, you really screwed the pooch there.
You wanna rewind?
Actually, so this game actually has a fairly generous continue system.
I don't remember if you get your bombs and V system.
I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah, because it's just...
Do you want to continue?
Pretty sure it takes you back to... Yeah, it takes you back here.
Ready?
I'm glad you don't need to sit through the cutscene again.
Nope.
I mean, technically speaking, you have to sit through the assembly line again, though.
You could have fought the first form again. I like the V system is like push it beyond its limits.
It's more like an emergency than anything else, really.
Super anime blow up death fight thing.
It does do a lot of damage, and your thing charges up almost immediately.
It's just like Goku but a robot.
This is what it means to gun beyond the gun. No, that doesn't work. I like that they made this thing less goofy for the sequel. I forgot that it starts bouncing. I can still fight. I'm still in this.
Still gonna kick your ass.
There we go. Oh, Thanatos. Oh, Anubis.
He tried.
Anyway, we have avenged our friend's dad, I guess.
Was it his dad? Did we have no stake in this?
I can't remember.
We are a gunner for what's his face. Also, the Earth is like kind of under dystopian rule, so that was our stake, I guess. Like, we've got a buddy. His dad got killed by some bad people. That's it. Also, the Earth is under rule by a guy in a space elevator, or rather, on the moon, being a dick, just sticking about. I love Battle Clash and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
They're
they're good.
really good games.
Big move, I totally legit cursor out of the way.
Also, man, I forgot how incredibly fucking short this game is.
Oh yeah, I mean it's fighting game length. Even the sequel that has like about
Twice as many robots.
Yeah, it's still you can beat it in less than an hour.
Yeah, but at least it had a kind of a two-ending thing, so...
Yeah, well that's more of the last fight.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Also, it had a fourth item. I feel like that's important to state. Why was there no fourth item? Are you sure that
I think it's because I think it's when you do New Game Plus.
Is that what happens? Oh.
Because I know in the sequel, when you do, after you beat the game, when you do the other modes, that you get items in a different order.
Let's see, press select and the L button for increased difficulty. Fine. I don't know. Space bazooka.
But yes, that was Battle Clash.
Yay.
It's a very good game.
A very good game, only marred by the fact that the sequel exists.
Yeah, it's a shame this fucking sequel puts it to shame.
It's a shame when your sequel does everything that this game does, even better.
What a fucking tragedy, am I right?
Is
It's a shame that these games
really
wallowed in
rough?
obscurity.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that these games... Although, one of the things they showed off, because they had the recent Smash Direct, the Spirits mode that they're adding in the new Smash Brothers. One of the I believe it's actually one of the primaries ones is the ST Falcon that they showed
Look,
off in
all
the
I'm
trailer.
saying is that up to this point, it's a shame these games died a quiet death.
Yeah, because really you need, I mean, obviously they don't really make work on anything other than like something you have like a light gun accessory for.
It would be kind of a neat like arcade game, but yeah, other than that.
Because yeah, like the Wii. Or like, even the Wii U, you could kind of have sort of motion controls.
Or you know, the DS or 3DS.
That too.
There's all sorts of things you could have made this. So, according to this, there are other items, much more than just the 3 we saw. What the fuck happened?
I guess you
Like
don't
we were supposed to be able to get a shield before we got the V system, plasma bombs to replace our bombs.
I think I know what it is. It's because we beat the bosses too fast. So I know that's something in the sequel at least, and it's probably in this one, is you get extra items for beating bosses slowly.
Isn't it the other way around?
No. Because I remember seeing that at first. I'm like, God, that's really weird. But it kind of makes more sense because if you figure, if you're beating them really quickly, you don't need them. So they're actually kind of a, okay.
You're right, because I can see one of them is called a cursor. It literally makes the cursor appear on screen so you can aim easier.
That's actually really weird how that works though.
Whoopsie doopsie.
Actually, that's kind of neat. I kind of like it better that way.
Yeah, because I really like that too. Because
If you're struggling with the game will give you helping hands after each boss.
Yep, there's the secret command. So yeah, and what that'll do is that, let's see, is it gonna soft? I think it's soft. But basically what it's you get 3 extra difficulties, low, medium, and high. Even on low, they're all more difficult than the main game. Higher difficulty Battle Clash and Metal Combat are some of the hardest light gun games I've ever played. Like, they're brutal. Like, they are almost not fun in terms of how hard they are. They are just a nightmare to play. But yeah. That's Battle Clash.
Yeah, but you also had, at least in Metal Combat, you had the alternate ST, the one that wasn't the Falcon, the Tornado.
Yeah, when you beat the sequel, you get a code that lets you play as a different ST. Also, there's actually a different story mode.
Yeah, different partner.
Yep. But yeah, that is the sequel, and this definitely belongs on the Dex list. I honestly would say this goes above Crazy Taxi.
I'm fine with that.
It is absolutely fantastic, and yeah, I would 100% agree. I wouldn't quite call it Mastercraft, but I would, mostly because I'd save it for the sequel.
I mean, we can put both of them in there.
True.
Because yeah, I think... But yeah, it's definitely going at the top of the list, at least what we have now. Whether or not it's Mastercraft, because this game is really good. And its sequel is even better.
Stellar.
But I can actually kind of see this being our quote unquote the gate. So if you get above this, then you're Mastercraft.
That makes sense.
Like I forgot what was in the ranking of Shmups list that was basically I think it was Boogie Wings or was Pro Gear? I think it might have been Pro Gear. But anyway.
No, it was the what was it? It was the Eco game, Eco Fighters.
Eco Fighter, yeah. That basically being the thing where it's like, okay, if you're above this, then you...
Or a good game.
Yep, it's Eco Fighters. Yep, so I think it's really... I think putting it right there is pretty good. Tone. Technically, I would kind of call it...
Anime.
That works.
Yeah, it's anime as hell. It's Gundam anime as hell.
Yes. Music.
Kind of, but it's more like a straight shonen.
Is that not Gundam?
I thought Gundam was always seinen.
I don't know. Well, it's that weird 70s era where it's like it could be both.
Also, it depends upon the Gundam you're talking about.
Yeah.
I would say sound would probably be like A, B.
I'm thinking B, yeah, because I know the sequel. I know we keep talking up the sequel, but yeah, I'd say the sequel had the really good soundtrack.
Style A.
Yeah. Not turn A. As fitting as it would be.
Shut up.
My Gundam has a stash.
This is about as good as like games can feel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is about as good as a Super Scope game is gonna get.
Yeah. So,
There aren't very many of those, so it's not like you can judge harshly anyway.
Yeah, but like gun games in general, it is a very good example of
taking an interesting idea and actually implementing it extremely well.
This is the unfortunate one.
History. I mean, it has to be neat because it's not been released.
They don't even reference it in Smash Brothers, even though I wish they would.
They are in the new one.
Yeah, probably, but
I mean, definitely they have shown footage of them referencing it.
They didn't reference it as any trophies in the last 3 to 4 games.
I think there might have been a sticker in Brawl, but anyway, yeah.
No, it showed it in the reveal for the new one. Is the thing, Loco? For the spirits thing.
Yeah. Age. Let's take a look at the guide.
Once again, it's aged about as good as a light gun game like this can.
Could honestly say giving this an A in age, because its continue option's good. It saves your spot. Even if you turn it off, it'll put you back where you're at.
Continuing if you're doing poorly, it will literally give you items to do better.
It will give you items to do better, and if you die at the final boss, it puts you at the final phase. There is nothing about it that's aged. It is as good as it would get. So it's A.
Nice.
Okay. Approach. It's balanced.
Wow, that's the problem.
That one boss fight is that it.
Yeah, but
they're all really easily.
Factor in the fact that you weren't playing with hardware.
The only thing is, I would actually almost say in certain cases that playing with hardware is a lot easier because you actually have a lot. You can kind of whip around a lot easier.
Are you sure? I don't remember that. Well, I did play the Super Scope.
So once again, this game is. I wouldn't say it's completely like easy or anything, even at its best, but it is as hard as you make it. Like once again, if you're doing worse, it will give you items to do better.
I would consider it
if
more
you're one of
balanced
those
than
kids who,
easy.
Yeah, if you're one of those kids who wants to not die at all because you're some sort of weirdo, it might be difficult.
That's what I mean, though. Is it's as hard as you make it. But yeah, no, it's still gonna be a bit rough.
I would not call it easy. I would not call it, and it's definitely not intended for beginners. So I think C for difficulty is a really good spot for it. But yeah, it's now at the top of the list. Okay, so speaking of Smash, actually the other game is a game that I kind of wanted to play too, because the main character of this game is actually going to be appearing for making their Smash appearance as an assist trophy.
Oh God, you're right. I forgot about that. Why would you remind me?
So
Why did you
this-
not want to remember about our beautiful pink sun? That is not
I hate
normal-
our beautiful pink sun.
You love our beautiful pink sun. Come on.
No, I really don't. Also, I love Caveman Dr. Love.
You don't have anything to say about nerdy Will Wright over there?
Just what if Mega Man sucked?
Also.
Yeah, my eyes feel great.
So this is Joy Mech Fight. This game, I like it. Apparently, other people in the call do not.
I love it.
So,
I really, really dislike the aesthetic.
so what this is actually kind of interesting because it is Nintendo's take on fighting game. Like before Smash, it's them trying to do a legit fighting, or like an actual fighting game. So we have like, I do really like the picture for the going against the computer. Oh, it's just a Famicom.
Yeah.
But yes, we are going to take a look at the war option because this is actually a fighting game that I actually really like the single player component.
You get to fight as everybody you beat.
Oh god, that text scroll noise is awful.
We love each other.
Man, what if Mega Man sucked?
Yeah, this plot is straight up Mega Man. So yes, much like Mega Man, Scapan, or Sukapan, depending upon how you want to Romanize it, basically was a comedian robot who is being programmed into a fighting robot. Okay, so the way that this works, this looks like a Wily boss or Wily map. So yes, it actually in a very, at least for this first stage, is actually very similar to a Mega Man in terms of how it works too. So you pick your opponents. Oh, so it continued where I left off. So I've technically already beaten this person. Who should we fight?
Should you not restart and erase the SRAM?
I don't know how to do that. That's the problem. Let's just do Tiger.
Alright.
Okay, and also, as you can probably tell, this game... So, you figure we're doing a fighting game on the NES, you don't really exactly have a whole lot of sprites to work with. So what they did was basically turn everyone into kind of a Rayman kind of thing, where they have no real, like, arms and legs. They just have hands and feet. And a body.
It looks so fucking awful.
Well,
So-
there's also the fact that they made it so that every move can be learned by your Scapan.
No, it's that you can play it. So I've beaten this guy, and now I can play as him. So I'm going to do Scapan, since he's kind of the mascot. Also, one nice thing is that they give you a little training mode thing.
I could have sworn that there's a lot of moves that all the characters share, though.
Nope. Well, there's, like, throws and stuff. Like, there's a lot of similarity in terms of, like, basics, but they're also, like, I mean, Hadouken motions are Hadouken motions. But,
Also, I feel like teaching a comedian to kill is the worst thing you could do.
Why not? Battle gestures were a thing.
So, yeah.
No, I just meant going on a murder spree.
So also, so you can, there's your moves. You have punch, so A punches, hits, get up close, forward and A, we'll do a throw. Some characters can throw in air, some cannot. So also one other thing is that there are actually some variations to moves that they don't show off in the, that little demo thing. So I believe is it a charge or is it B? They have a charge. So if you do hold the charge, and then okay, is it? So if you do hold the charge, and then when you're rolling, do a backwards half circle, and then hold B and A, you will do that little roll thing. That is actually the strongest move in the entire game. So let's start.
So, remind me again, HAL Laboratory made Scapon, right?
No, this is a straight up Nintendo game.
Okay.
Okay. So one thing that I think is kind of nice about this is the fact that when you're doing moves, or when enemies are doing moves, they actually have to do the moves. Like, it's not like Street Fighter where you'll have people doing block motion or like charge moves walking forward. They actually have to like do the move, which I thought was always neat. Also, Scapon's not my name, or not usually my name, or my main, so a little bit weak with him.
I mean, that's fine. You can get Tiger right after that.
Also, there is no... So this is how rounds work. It's basically you have lives, and then when you lose a life, you'll reset your position and also get you a little bit of health back. So also, like, it was giving... Oh, also you can get dizzy. Go. There.
This is kind of fucked up, actually.
Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to Neo. Okay, so I'm gonna use Flame because he is the character that I'm most... He is basically... I think he's one of the better characters in the game. But... So... That, which is both A and B. He has... Okay, so his Hadouken is basically you hold down and then just hit attack. There we go. So and it's a backwards half circle to do that, this move. And depending on whether or not you do A or B will denote whether or not which version of the attack you'll do.
Like a lob or a straight?
Yep. Also, Flame can do an air throw.
That is hot.
If I can pull it
The
off.
game conveniently labels it as an air throw.
Nope. There we go. Also, each robot has their own threshold in order to get stunned.
So some of them are less stunnable than others, essentially?
Yes. Some are really easy to stun. I think Senju actually might be one of the easier ones to stun. Yep, that drill attack is a charge, so you can see him try and charge his attack right there. And there is Senju. The giant. I think Giant's the closest thing this game has to a grappler. Why don't you take a look at Nino? And this is a standard throw that everyone has. Yep.
This is pretty cool that this has like toils like this.
Yeah, I think, yeah, he has a E-Honda, or a Chun-Li, I guess, in this case. And this is Shoryuken. Oh no, it's a Shoryuken, but it's actually just not Dragon Motion. Like, I think the most complex move input in this game, I think it's just a half circle. I'm not exactly sure what makes him giant.
And he's a
That Shoryuken is not that good. You know, it kind of sucks.
I just came back, and why the fuck is he called Giant?
I don't know.
His name is Andre, of course.
There we go.
Why didn't they bring this game back?
I don't know.
Cause it sucks.
It's perfectly fine for a fighting game.
I mean, I'm sure it plays fine, but once again, I just really do not like the art.
The thing I will give the art style is I do think it's kind of a neat answer to the okay, how do we make an actual fighting game on a platform that our sprite limitations are kind of screwing us over in order to do this? So you can do that and have a fluid sense of movement.
I'm aware. I'm just like, I don't think it's a style that's aged well, especially because it came about because of forced limitation.
Oh yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Okay. Oh, also, okay, so if I remember correctly, I believe that he does have a... Let's see, does it press... Let's see... I want to say that he has a version of it that's secret that I believe is a 360. Okay, so there's that. Oh, there it is.
Power bomb.
Does it pass circle? No. No, it's a 360. Or it's a... Or is it a forward? Oh, it's a forward half
just
circle.
grab and put... Yeah.
It's forward half circle. Okay.
Yeah, this game's menu music is in the Smash Brothers Brawl.
Yeah, I think there's a medley of NES games.
Yeah, like Famicom music, yes.
Also, the thing with that headbutt is that it's a neutral only, which is kind of weird.
Neutral headbutt.
So I was trying to see if I could find a move list. This one doesn't have the secret moves listed, but I appreciate the credits and thank yous, which are me, my dog, your mom, my friends. List out the friends' names and Nintendo. I'd like to thank your mom.
Also, God, the headbutt has a lot of chip in it. Yes, everyone except for Carlos.
Because fuck Carlos.
Also, if I remember correctly, this guy has... Let's see, test. Okay. So I think he has... Okay, what do you got? Oh, he has two... Arial is in the font. Oh, okay, so he has an error.
So my favorite thing about both these guides is that the notation they have is terrible.
Is it numeric?
No, because at least that would be more understandable.
Oh. Did you say something?
What?
Okay, I just had to make sure that my Discord wasn't screwing up.
No, I'm on push to talk. I was talking and didn't realize I hit the push button, actually.
Oh, okay.
But I was saying, like, the notation's terrible, and it's not the numbers, because I would understand numbers like that make more sense, but I'll...
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, they're in the Twitch chat.
Oh god, that's a lot of range to it.
Holy crap.
God, that is a lot of... That is...
Just get dunked on.
Literally. Good lord!
Just, ah!
Good. Okay, I found a way to exploit the AI in this game. Or maybe not AI, it's just... Oh, right. I forgot, this I has a counter. He's on my bullshit. Nope. God, that should have about a quarter of the range that it does. Okay, so whenever you beat the 8 components, or 8... You fight a boss.
Ostrich.
Okay, let's go for good mainstay.
So you don't want to mid-air choke slam the ostrich?
I don't think... Well, I say I don't think it goes airborne that much, but it seems to be proving me wrong. That's okay, I can just do this. Also, the bosses, as you'd probably imagine, have really high stun thresholds. Also, again, you can really tell when it's about to do that special move, which I really appreciate in a fighting game. Like, this is like one of the... I cannot think of many other fighting games in that actually make the AI have to do the things as well. Also, Saban throw. Nope. Called Link Spin.
Yes. It's like it's thrashing its neck about.
Can't believe you fucking killed Porygon.
So here, I like these little things. Where it will show you how you beat every boss and how much health you have left. Also, I just like this music too. Headbutt. Headbutt. Also, yeah, this game did not come out in the US. This is a fan translation, as probably would expect. But yes, the stage 1 clear.
It's so good. Why would they not bring this over?
Because it looks like shit.
Also, it's 1993. So it's 2 years into the SNES. Street Fighter 2 would have come out at this point.
I guess.
Also, is this the one that has my favorite enemy name? Yes.
Bok bok.
Bok Bok. Also,
God, the guy.
I like the fact that you can fight the training dummy.
Also, it looks like nobody really notable worked on this.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was looking at the composer, and it's like the composer did work on like some notable titles, but yeah, this is just seems to be a side project. But yeah, so there are 3 more stages of this, and they kind of follow the same form. Notably, the 4th stage is basically you have to fight 8. You basically have to fight the 8 people that you can play as, or that, but like in super form. So you don't unlock anyone after this point. You just play as the original 8. The thing is that, and actually I'm gonna hold this up for now. So if you beat the game once, you unlock hard mode. If you beat the game again on hard mode, you have access to all the characters from stages 2, 3, and 4 in versus mode. If you beat the game on the last difficulty, which is special mode, you can play as the bosses in versus mode.
Huh.
So yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
So I was gonna say, like, I read some interesting stuff about this super quick on the way. It was originally conceived by 2 programmers, Koichi Hayashida and Koichiro Eto, who met at a programming seminar hosted by Nintendo. The 2 completed the game while working at the seminar, naming it Battle League, and Nintendo later released it under its current title.
That's probably why. Huh. I kind of really like the name Battle League, though.
It's better than Joy Mech Fight, honestly.
Yeah. So, ranking this. I personally would rather play this over Street Fighter 2. Because I feel like it flows a little bit better. Its look is kind of, I can see to be the problem. Because playing it feels much better than it should.
No, as an actual game, like, it plays better. It looks like it plays better. It looks like it feels better.
But
Yeah.
it just looks questionable.
It looks so bad.
Charm me.
It was a look forced by limitations, but it just did not age amazingly.
Yeah. So I think in between Darkstalkers and Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, it sounds fun to me.
Because Darkstalkers also refines it in quite a way that I feel the characters are a bit more unique. Even in the first
didn't
Darkstalkers.
Darkstalkers really create combos?
It might have. It was one of the first, if it not the first.
Or at least solidified them.
Yeah, I would say Solidify is probably better. Because, maybe Super Street Fighter 2 did. I can't remember, but also I don't really care.
Either way.
Yeah, I think in between Darkstalkers and Street Fighter 2 is a good spot.
Yeah, it sounds fun to me. So, man, I'm just thinking about how there are very few games that look as good as Darkstalkers does.
Yeah, definitely. Darkstalkers has one of my favorite casts in a video game.
Yeah, it's a pretty good aesthetic to roll with.
Yeah. Here. Oh, let's see. What would the tone be? Would it be more whimsical?
Yeah, whimsical or cute.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I would say more whimsical. Sound. The soundtrack's good. I wouldn't say it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's alright.
I guess I give it a B. I would say it's better than average, but not much more. Bring up the guide real quick. Okay, style. So let's see. Because I'm looking at one of the backwards. This game's style is so bad it's good. Or this game notably defies proper taste in a way that cannot be described as good, but is hard to look away from. I would not call it that bad. I don't know if I'd call it turned A, though.
I think it's charm.
Man, looking at the composer, looking at his stuff, he's got a weird fucking history. Because most of his stuff is programming. Like he started as a sound designer for this game, and then would be a sound programmer, and then just kind of became programmer.
Huh. Let's see, because looking at the style.
Like he programmed the NES emulator for Animal Crossing.
Well, he worked on the NES, so. Part of me wants to give it a B because of the technical, like how that had to work is kind of technically impressive. But I would admit it can look a little weak nowadays. Because I would imagine that would be really weird to program because it's not concurrent sprites. So I can at least admit, or I would admit that it, on a technical level, that I think it deserves props, but I can see it's definitely not an A. If I don't have any. Oop.
Welcome back.
Hello. I mean, aside from thinking it's ugly, like I have no real feelings on it, so I don't really have any.
Okay. I think it feels really good for what it is. I mean, it is obviously limited to the fact that you have 2 buttons.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems to do a lot with it.
Yeah, so I would say B for feel. History. I can't remember if this came out on the Japanese Virtual Console.
Don't think it did.
Yeah, I'll give it E then. Age. Fighting game thing. Although I would say that this game has aged incredibly well. Just, let's see. It has saving. It continues. There's no, like, limited continues. I would honestly say...
Yeah, so aside from appearing as stickers in Brawl, and appearing as an assist trophy in Ultimate, there was nothing else about this.
Age, I really don't have anything to say about the age. I think it plays as fine as it can. So I would say A. Approach, I would also give it... I would say it's balanced. Because this game never really gets dickish. Like, especially for a fighting game, it's actually notable for being relatively balanced in terms of even single player. Because, like, again, the CPU has to do the same moves that you do. And, like, they show that, like, they will telegraph it just like an actual human player would. I would honestly give it a C. But still, I would not call it easy. Okay, so yeah, that's Troy Mech Fight. So I suppose we have one last game to look at. If we're talking about robots fighting other robots, I suppose that there is kind of one game that we need to take a look at.
Can't believe we're gonna play a Rock'em Sock'em Robots video game.
Well, not Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Rockman. This is Mega Man.
Says Mega Man, dude. You need to work on your reading skills.
Yeah, this is Mega Man. Let's go ahead and start. Oh god.
Oh boy,
The first Mega Man.
The original screen is so good.
it sure is the first Mega Man.
Hell yeah.
Let's just go ahead and start. So, released in 1987 by Capcom. Originally called Rockman in Japan, changed to Mega Man in the US because of a copyright thing. I think there was an album called Rockman. I forgot who from, but yes. This game was originally kind of inspired. I can't remember if it was originally started as an Astro Boy game, but it definitely drew inspiration from it.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yes, notable for the fact that you can pick who you fight, in what order. Also featuring not just Rock in terms of, like, because the character that does not show up really until the ending, Roll, your sister, and your main character's name is Rock. So rock and roll. There's also another rock mechanic, or rock-based thing. Rock, paper, scissors. Because a lot of this game is trying to basically fighting a boss, or trying to fight a boss, getting its power, and then using that power on a robot that makes some kind of sense to use it as their weakness.
I like how you added qualifiers there.
Well, in the first game it makes a little bit more, like, this is like one of the only ones that make actual sense. Later Mega Man games just kinda, it's like, I can kinda see it.
Isn't there also the fact that, depending on some of the versions of the game, localizations, some of the weaknesses were changed in some of the earlier games?
I can't remember.
Oh, you died. Oh, you didn't die.
Also, it was inspired by Astro Boy, but it was not originally intended to be as such.
Okay. Oh, good.
It also owes a lot to Cash Earn.
Was Cash Earn already out when Mega Man came out?
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah, Cash Earn was 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cash in 70s.
Alright.
There is no Paper Man. I always consider, well, in a roundabout way, Bomb Man's kind of Paper Man. You think of, like, maybe Paper Fireworks or something? I don't know.
He's weak to
God,
Cut
it
Man
says-
because you're cutting his fuse.
Actually,
Says a lot
Man's,
about-
Bomb Man's weak to fire, I think.
A lot about the kind of trash that I am, that when I think of Casher, I immediately think of Casher and Sin.
Yeah, well, that was a gritty reboot.
I'm aware, it's actually pretty good, but yeah.
I had to watch the whole thing when I was doing anime reviews.
It's not good if you like Cashin, but at least for me, knowing nothing, I thought it was pretty alright.
It's good if your anime tastes are trash.
Okay, first off, fuck you.
Second.
I didn't want to take up this Mega Man by discussing.
Oh yeah.
So, also, this is the only Mega Man that has a straight-up pause. There's a reason for that, or at least in this one. It's slightly exploitable.
Wait, this is the one where it's slightly exploitable?
Yeah, well,
Slightly is an understatement.
Okay. Normally people, like, there are a couple ways you can, like, a couple of boss orders that you can do in this game. I always did Bomb Man first because I think he's the easiest to beat Buster duel.
Yeah.
sounds good.
So I say as I am not doing well, but then again, streaming.
I mean, you're going to kill him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't get a no damage run, but you did kill him.
Also, I could have sworn there was a thing that if you let that little medallion stay on screen for too long, that it would go away and you wouldn't get the power. I could not get it to do that.
That was
Okay.
probably just a
Also-
schoolyard rumor.
As you could probably imagine, Bomb Man going to Gutsman, which is rocks.
Yes.
Yeah, Cutman is the other one that I know people start with. Also, like, when, because this was the first Mega Man game that I had. It's the one that I actually had the most experience with as a kid. So this segment, which a lot of people hate.
Yeah, it's kind of a dick.
It's funny you say that though, Lo, because this game was a commercial failure.
Yep. Oh, I just also looked it up. According to Wikipedia, they changed the name to Mega Man because the Capcom US guy thought Rockman was a dumb name.
Oh, I thought it was maybe I'm thinking of a different thing.
Not as bad as it could have been, because they were also thinking of a handful of names like Mighty Kid, Knuckle Kid, and Rainbow Man.
So, one thing I will say about those platforms, so if you were to fall, like if you were to let it kind of drop you off, you would drop instantly.
Yes.
There's a
Yeah.
reason behind that. Basically, the way that the game is programmed, it constantly thinks you're falling when you're on those platforms. So
Right.
basically, you are at max momentum when you're dropped.
Yeah, there's a lot of dubious coding in Mega Man games.
Also, a weird thing considering later Mega Mans. This is the only Mega Man in which, if you are, like, because whenever you get hit... Also, these things... Yeah, those things suck. This is the only Mega Man that if you are hit by something, and you run into a spikes, that you will still die. Also, this is the only the only Mega Man that has enemies in this section.
So you can farm health.
Rainbow Man was a name they were thinking of because he can turn all the colors of the rainbow based on his.
Huh.
Can't believe Mega Man was going to be the first LGBT video game.
Do not sexualize the robot.
Wait, what? Why wasn't...
Really, his name is Man.
Also, remember exploiting? Oh, I know he got the noise. Yep. So, this game has a very infamous pause glitch, that there is one particular weapon that is really easy to do. But yes, if you are paused, basically the way it works is that the invulnerability timer on the enemy goes away during the pause menu.
I see.
So what happens is, but the thing is that everything stays still, including the projectile. So it re-registers thinking that it hit again.
And so Mega Man 2's solution to this is just to remove pausing altogether.
Yep.
That's hilarious!
Because that, also, a lot of, I think every remake of this game, or every re-release of this game, that doesn't just straight up use the NES code, will also you will not be able to do that.
Oh my god. Mega Man.
This is by far with a one caveat, this is the probably one of the more jankier of the Mega Mans. I would say this is the most, but then I remember 3 exists.
Yeah, there's wouldn't be a Mega Man review if we weren't putting qualifiers on it.
Look, the series has always been pretty fucking janky.
Yeah. Also,
like there's no need to put that qualifier on it, if they've always been janky as shit.
Yeah,
well, this was... Yeah, because when people review Mega Man, they never seem to remember how janky it was.
Yeah.
Also, Gutsman's power is probably one of the least good powers. You can't just use it.
Yeah, but I would also say... I would say when you can, it's definitely good.
See, like right there, you could use it on that.
Yep.
I mean, the problem is when it renders shit unwinnable.
Well, that's only if you're playing a ROM hack of...
No, even if you aren't, you would then have to fucking...
Also,
I don't mean unwinnable isn't literally impossible to complete the game.
Oh, right. Yeah.
How can it be impossible to complete?
So I actually held a race of this game at, I think it was last year, because I did it for the 30th anniversary. Was it?
Yeah, it was this year.
Huh.
I remember the pain well.
Yeah, because for the 30th anniversary of this. And one of the racers was using an easy mode hack. And the thing with the easy mode hack, and we'll get... Actually, I'll save it because it'll make more sense when we get to the boss. But basically, what the maker of the ROM hack did, they thought they were making the game easy, but it actually made the game kind of unwinnable.
Why were they playing with a hack?
Because the person who was racing,
She's not very good at games.
Yeah, I was trying to find a more...
No, she'll be the first to fucking admit it. Like,
Okay,
I still
but that's also...
She'll say she's a big dummy when it comes to games.
she'll say she's a big gay baby, but that's a whole different...
Well, we'll see how the hack doesn't work. I'm interested to see that.
I mean, yeah.
Mostly it's a good hack. It's just one fail.
Also, I kind of wanted to show it off because it. So the other caveat with the race is that every racer was doing a different version of this game.
My version sucked.
Oh yeah, you were
So,
playing the bad version.
Well, Real Soviet Bear was playing this version that I'm playing right now. I was playing the Wily Wars version of this, and Torkel was playing the PSP remake Mega Man Powered Up. So here's
God,
the
like
thing.
the platforming felt so fucking raw.
So here's the thing with the Guts weapon. If I were to say miss and have to start over, if I were to die, those rocks would not be there. You would have to completely game over to get them to respawn.
That's crazy. Everything else respawns.
Yeah, I keep on... So, the analogy that I like to use with this game is basically... This game is to Mega Man as Sonic 1 is to Sonic. Like, not just in... Obviously, that's the first. It's the fact that it's a franchise that has kind of a formula to it. That kind of it is the one that feels the weirdest.
And everybody remembers it being better than it actually is. I completely agree with you.
There are not a whole lot of... There are people who I've seen people defend Sonic 1. There's a lot fewer people that will defend this one.
Well, yes. Because it's almost like they knew how to make video game better later on.
I think when most people are defending Mega Man, they're really talking about Mega Man X. They're not talking
They're
about Mega
usually
Man.
talking about X or 2.
They're usually about X or 2, and 2 has issues.
2 definitely has issues. Also 3 is also gets a lot of praise.
Well, I know people who Mega Man can do no wrong, just
Also,
like you
I've heard
said,
people
Sonic.
say that 4 is their favorite. Actually, you know what? I've heard everyone except for 1 and 6 as people's favorite. Also, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say, don't start the witch's best debate around me.
Yes,
Also,
that
some people
that
like 8.
right there.
Yoko blocks is the devil.
So, you guys have heard of a game called I Want to Be the Guy, right?
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
which most notably models its gameplay and sprite after this game. And those blocks. Oh my god.
The game is just an asshole to begin with.
Right, but there's
So-
something about how I Want to Be the Guy plays so much like a Mega Man game.
Also, problem is that you kind of want to go up this one, except you're just screwed. Also, there's a thing I'll show off when I inevitably beat this. But there is a... I don't know, I guess it's a mapper. A particular mapper that, Capcom uses in their NES games. That, for some reason, I'm not certain why, if you use a Game Genie, it completely breaks the sound.
So what's this power up?
So most Mega Mans after this would have some sort of mobility power. This is this game's, or that was this game's mobility power, the Magnet Beam, which we will see plenty of in the next stage.
Fuck the magnet beam so much.
Everybody loves a grappling hook.
It's not even that.
Dude, it fucking wishes it was a grappling hook.
They didn't get a grappling hook till Mega Man 5.
Yeah, Magnet Beam is more like a platform maker, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Except it sucks at that.
And the sprite limitations make it fun to use.
So
doing
Rush
the
doesn't
best
show
thing.
up until
Rush doesn't show up
Till
until
2.
3.
3. Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
3, yeah. You just get the items and 2.
After 3, there's new animal companions every 3 games. Aren't there? Like Rush, Beat, Tango.
So Rush comes in 3, Beat comes out in 5. If you want to include the Game Boy games, Tango comes in Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy.
Was
7...
Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy the first Mega Man on the Game Boy?
Okay,
No.
but what does treble count at all? This is important.
Treble shows up in 7. Treble, okay, was it Treble in... Or no, it's Treble, because it's based on Treble. I was thinking of, like... I was trying to think of what its Japanese name. Because, yeah, of course,
Gospel?
those are always different. Yeah, it's Forte and Gospel, is what they're called in Japan.
Gospel.
Yeah, Gospel. Never forget how Gospel's the final boss of
Yeah,
fucking
I mean, this game has... Or, this franchise has plenty of musical, thing. Also, this boss fight sucks because that contact damage in his beam will do 1/3 of your health.
It's okay.
I want to say that Luckman is actually the most powerful, has the most powerful attack of a Robot Master in the entire Mega Man franchise.
That's why he's worth 10,000 points.
Also, the point thing is completely useless because you don't get any 1-ups out of it.
Well, you have to have points.
Also, this
It's
isn't
not
a
video
fucking
game.
arcade game.
So,
have to have
here's the
points.
thing, is the fact that there's something of that I can't remember the source of where I read this, so this could just be complete bullshit. But I have read something that has said that supposedly this game was originally developed to either be one for a game that would show up on Nintendo's Versus system, like arcade things. Also, potentially a game for the Famicom Disk System, because this would have been right around the time that Capcom was making games for the Famicom Disk System.
I just hate that now I'm thinking about fucking Gospel being a final boss in Battle Network.
But also, continuing the music names, there's in the Game Boy ones, there's Anchor, there is Quint, there is Punk and Ballad.
Fucking Punk makes a goddamn return in the Battle Network games. Let me tell you about how much I love Battle Network.
How much do you love Battle Network?
Like this much.
Nice.
Oh no, it's over there.
Yoku blocks are the worst.
Yoku, Aiku, everybody coos for Yoku blocks.
Goku blocks.
No, shut up.
Okay, I can't corroborate that this was ever intended to be on the disk system, but there was a bootleg that was circulated.
Yeah, there's a picture of the bootleg actually on the page for the Famicom Disk System of this.
Yeah.
Also, this part really sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
see shit!
And it's always like elevated.
Turn on TAS interlacing.
Also, again, that's another thing why I just dropped like a brick there, is because it thinks that I am consistently falling when I'm on those things.
Oh my God, this game is terrible.
It is! It's incredibly bad! There's a reason
Well-
nobody defends it.
Because here's the thing I was thinking about, like, would I consider this quote-unquote a bad game? I don't think I'd call this a bad game, it's just a game that maybe does not... This is not the one I would give praise to.
Right.
Of all of the originals, it is aged probably the fucking worst.
Yes. Well, also, it does not help the fact that there is zero way to continue your progress. Like, this is the only one that does not have a password system.
All in one
And
go.
this also has the it's fucking drawing pains is what it is. Like,
Right, well, but it's that weird thing with a franchise. People say, I love a franchise, but it's not, they don't love any one specific entry. They love bits and pieces of every entry.
Also,
Well-
the elect beam is the one that is really exploitable, because... Also, you gotta time it right. There.
Wow.
Well, no, it's a lot of these long-running franchises. People like the later ones, but not the original. Because once again, the original was trying to figure out what it wanted to be.
Right.
And so you get stuff like this, whereas 2 and later on are just refinements of.
Well, and then they'll cherry pick what they remember as being good. No, that's just been a big issue with me because when they start doing all the retro Kickstarters, people tend to but that's another discussion.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this stage.
One thing I will go ahead and say, all right off the bat, that this game that the franchise did, really good music.
Absolutely fantastic.
Not just good music, the games look very nice.
Yeah. For 87, this looks really good.
Yeah, for an 87 game, like characters, like Mega Man has personality, the bad guys look good. Each stage is varied and has like unique gimmicks, like animations.
So this is also one of those things that's kind of a hindsight thing, but I will go ahead and say this. So one of the people that is kind of most famous for being involved in this game is the person who quote-unquote created Mega Man, Keiji Inafune, who nowadays is kind of, considering
universally reviled, basically.
Yeah, considering the fact that as time has gone on, it's kind of been more known that maybe he did not have the influence that people thought he had.
Yeah, Inafune is on the record that he joined the company after the first Mega Man game. He didn't create Mega Man.
Because I was thinking, because there's an artist that did Mega Man, I think, forgot what his name was.
His initials are AK, it was just on the...
Yeah, but his work on the Rock Band / Mega Man games is phenomenal. Like, the styles, like all the designs of this game has always been really good.
Yeah, Akira Kitamura.
That sounds about right.
He was the original designer. Inafune is on the record as saying that he was not the designer until Mega Man X.
Well, he definitely had...
Which goes back to my original story of people, I think, forget kind of what they're talking about when they talk about Mega Man.
I think there's also...
Like
It doesn't also... Well, the fact that this is only really... Like...
Come to light recently.
Yeah. Because, yeah, speaking of retro Kickstarters, you know, the game that sort of... Keiji Inafune goes, it's like, oh yeah, I worked on Mega Man and all that, and then he goes to try to make a Mega Man game and it completely fails.
Yeah, that's what kind of surprised me, because... Mighty Number 9 to me looks like a Mega Man game.
It is. It's very much Mega Man style.
Right.
It's just bad.
Well, Mega Man's just bad.
I'm glad. I mean,
I know people want to fight,
Granted.
but it's like you guys. Yeah, I've never heard anyone praise a Mega Man game without like qualifiers.
I was gonna say my personal favorite is 8. So
Right. And there's also there's the Game Boy games, but each Mega Man game has some kind of jank in it. So I just wonder why people are just.
I mean, jank is inevitable, but like
Yeah.
Mighty Number 9 is a game that is very boring.
it is entirely jank.
Also, jump, slide.
It is entirely jank, but it is also just boring.
Mega Man's boring.
Not particularly, but okay. I don't feel like fighting, honestly.
The
I
big
know.
ol' eyebrows.
I know, that's why I feel bad about it, because nobody wants to fight. But it's like, no, I guess Mega Man's actually exciting. You know, fighting the boss rushes, that's always exciting.
It can be exciting. There are some, like... If you focus
The
on
problem is, once again, like Mighty Number 9 is a game that is boring the whole way through.
You know, you could use the freeze power to freeze the guy in the midair.
I can, but
You
the
know
problem
that?
is that even when you freeze them, you still take damage from it. So, frozen like that...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. You just gotta freeze him
I
in a
was
good
gonna
spot.
say, going back to just like the Mega Man games have always looked good, like the X games look good, and once again, my personal favorite, 8, looks absolutely fucking gorgeous.
Also, one other thing that I didn't realize until much later, after I played this game plenty of times, is that you can do this. You can actually use the Elect Beam to destroy those.
Huh.
Yeah, Elect Beam is like the most powerful weapon ever.
I would say there's one from the sequel that I would definitely say is probably the strongest Mega Man
Well,
weapon.
Yeah. No, Buster, what's that?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to, because I don't think you can hook the. Oh yeah, you can. It's got
Yes.
time. It is just you have a really low window that you can do that. Also,
My
really-
favorite Mega
really-
Man game is Mega Man Legends.
I mean, I will.
I will have you know my favorite Mega Man game is Battle Network 3, if we're gonna be real.
Right, and the Battle Network games are like a totally different kettle of fish.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Also, I will go ahead. I will also agree that I really like Legends.
Legends
Legends is
2.
okay.
How many? There's 2 Legends games, right?
Yes.
Yep.
3 if you count Misadventures of Trombone.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
I mean, I guess, but I feel like Misadventures is kind of a beast of its own.
It's great.
I mean, there's also, yeah, the X series, and then later the Zero
Also,
series, which is
remember
also
that.
pretty
Remember that segment in Iceman stage that was so good. The way with spikes at the ceiling.
good. Ah, so good.
Oh my god, that drop!
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Because it doesn't really handle
Later
moving
game-
platforms.
Yeah, later games definitely would fix that. Also,
Yeah, see, this is like many of these Mega Man games require memorization. That if you don't if you don't get the right stuff, you can't go anywhere.
well, also this is the only one that has something you could technically miss, and also it's just straight out in the open. Also, guess what time it is?
Yeah, but what if you had gotten there and you didn't have Magnet?
You'd be
You'd
screwed.
have to go back.
Also, Tyrion, it's Star Force is the series. Those games are actually played pretty well.
Ooh, this guy.
Yep.
Yeah, this absolute fucker that nobody likes, but they keep bringing back.
Also,
Even brought him back in 11.
nope.
Gotta time it out better. They would even have different versions of this boss, other devils.
Yep.
Like my favorite game has the Green Devil.
And Mega Man can't duck or slide.
Nope.
Nope.
It's true.
Really?
Why can't Mega Man crawl?
If this was Chrono Conquest, it would have been perfectly fine.
And Mega Man X5 has the Black Devil.
Mega Man-
that's
also,
unfortunate.
also the best thing about that fight is that the stage that precedes it is just straight up Quickman stage.
Yeah, I think that's just supposed to be a big old reference because it transforms into Riley robots and stuff.
Also, I did not remember this until I did the race. This stage sucks really badly. Like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why I want to be the guy who looks like this game.
Also,
We're striving to be the worst Mega Man.
Yes, it's striving to be the worst Mega Man,
so
but it
Fighting-
didn't have the
And it's got
invisible
some
force.
tough fucking competition.
also what's great is that this is the way that it does the boss rush that was like become a staple, which I actually kind of like this way. That does it better than the way that it's done in every other
This
version.
way is a lot less impersonal, at least. Like there's personality from each of the bosses.
What's actually a weird thing is in X1, I think they did that too.
Yeah, they did. Also, the best thing about that is that it's the first boss refight. It's the one time that you do a boss refight that you can't use the weakness against it.
Yeah, because there's no guts blocks around.
You know, I feel like you should get weapon energy back if you catch the cut.
Yeah. Also,
Cutsman.
Also, if I remember correctly, I don't even think we've hit a checkpoint yet. I think the checkpoint is
Also-
actually at the end of this little area.
My name is Kutzman.
That show is surprisingly good.
No, wait a minute.
It
So,
is.
so they removed the pause, but you can still hit the select button.
Yeah. So what it would do in like remakes of this is it would just bring up a menu, but it wouldn't like act as the pause. Like it would pause like the actual emulation of it, but it would not like act as the pause in this. Also, this is basically
You can use the elect beam.
yeah.
'Cause
Also,
elect
the
beam motors
best
everything.
man is forever the Captain N one.
God,
Just scissors on his fucking head.
there was a lot wrong with that show.
Also,
I will have you know, I love Surfer Boy Alucard.
No.
yeah.
well,
Also the Mega Man that sounds like he
Simon
smoked like an
Belmont.
entire like 5 cartons of Marlboros a day.
Or a pit that said Icus after everything.
I want to say I don't think it was just Icus. I think he just said Icarus after everything, like he was a goddamn Pokemon.
And Mega Man would call everything Mega this, Mega that.
Also, their Belmont was really good.
Yeah, like
I mean, if it,
they just came out of nowhere. Like just they wanted the aviator goggles.
You
Like,
know,
what the hell?
I kind of wonder how much the Captain N Simon had to do with the Netflix Trevor.
Netflix Trevor's good though.
It's like, let's kind of take this idea and just make it really good. And let's just make him a drunk as well.
Mirror
Also,
match.
this fight.
Oh man.
So, this boss fight technically doesn't really have a weakness, but people, like, generally say use fire. I guess since
What?
it... I think it's since it's a projectile that is kind of balanced in terms of speed, also.
Yeah.
I noticed you weren't using the cheat on him.
It doesn't really work that well on this fight. God, Captain N from the people. Well, let's see how they do Devil May Cry.
God, I still remember watching the entirety of the Devil May Cry anime.
Oh, is this the thing where it's you can... They can do this for some stupid reason?
Yeah. The Devil May Cry anime is great because it has nothing to do with the games.
Wait, what did I miss? Why are we talking about Devil May Cry again?
Because we were talking about Captain N, and Chachi was saying how great it would be if there was a Captain N reboot, but done by the people who did the Castlevania Netflix.
So, my question is, would it be a Captain N reboot with the quality of Castlevania Netflix? Or would it be a reboot where they use modern day new characters, but they keep the style of Saturday morning cartoon Captain N?
No, I
of
think
Jing?
that... I would have to say that if you're going to do that and keep the old characters, I think what it would probably have to be is basically the old characters go into new games. But then again, that is essential. Isn't that essentially what Wreck-It Ralph is?
Yeah. See, no, the whole spirit of Captain N, though, is taking these characters and doing them poorly.
Okay, so this is the boss that, remember I was mentioning that one of the racers got caught in an infinite loop that may render the game unwinnable? So,
Oh, it's this?
it's for this boss, because once we get to the end of this section... Okay, so you see how there's a funnel there that you can't avoid going into? They placed a 1-up right here. But the thing is, this boss requires guts blocks.
Well, okay, I don't see how the two follow.
Because remember
you need to
that
kill
if you
using
die,
the gut spot.
remember if you
Guts
die,
blocks
that the
do not
guts,
respawn.
yeah,
Oh, if you die, the boxes don't respawn, so there's one up there. Huh.
it just renders this boss fight incredibly difficult.
Can't you use super weapons against it?
They don't really work that well.
Okay.
Buster is the strongest weapon you can use against them, other than guts. So what you want to do is you want to kill the first, like, I think it's the first 5 of these with your Mega Buster. And then once that happens, you just want to use Guts Blocks. So I think at this point, yeah, I think at this point.
Wasn't that just 4?
Alright, so that's that. Also, I like the fact that it gives you 70,000 instead of the whole 100,000 that every other boss gives. But yeah, here's the final stage.
Yo. Finally, we'll be free of this nightmare.
Will we?
I want to believe.
But you gotta believe.
No.
So, about Captain N.
Going back to this, yes.
If they did like reboot it in the sense that they don't reboot it, they just like make a new season.
Also, guess who we're going to be fighting?
Would there be any difference between Dante and Dante?
Dante. It's the best though.
My question is, if they
Oh god,
did
are they going to
reboot-
base it on the new one, or are they going to base it on the old, like, the old...
Yeah, are they gonna do that, or are they going to have both Dantes exist alongside
Hey, what
each
if
other?
I told you Grandpa's become too powerful? Please stop praying for Grandpa.
Just use the wire.
No, I can make this jump.
Can you though? Cause you don't
That-
seem able to.
But the thing you get fully restores.
There, did it.
Guess what, fuckboy?
So yeah, that's the Yashichi, the Capcom mascot item thing. So what that does is it just gives you full health and instantly restores all your weapon.
You should have just used the wire to wait for the thing.
Hey, shut up.
No. They've been quiet this whole time, enjoying a bowl of granola.
I mean, I ate my dinner and a slice of cake during this fucking stream. What's your point?
Also, because this is the era of Capcom game, I'm just trying to just listen in the background and just think, I'm like, okay, how many sound effects that I can hear are shared from Section Z?
God, you are garbage.
I did think it was a nice touch that Iceman stage has frozen palm trees. That was a nice touch.
God, you are the worst.
Why is Electman so susceptible to pause button?
Cause it lingers.
The invincibility timer keeps running when the start menu is engaged, or the pause is engaged, so you can hit it multiple times.
God damn it, it doesn't bounce.
Or bounces too much.
There we go.
Wait.
Well, that was weird. That
But now,
noise
how
sounded
will
a
you
bit messed up.
Oh wait, were there no enemies in there that were weak to Gutsman?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Here's...
Okay, which...
Think so.
Okay, is it light first?
And his name was Einstein.
Nope.
I think it's cut first.
No, it's fire in Alec. Yeah, it's definitely fire.
I was gonna say, does this game start the trend of Wily forms weak to things that are a pain in the ass to hit them with?
No, because... Okay.
No, because
I don't-
Mega Man's pain in the ass to hit anything with anything.
It doesn't seem to be a Elect Beam after all.
No, it is. It is enough with this.
Alright, if you say so.
Look, it's working. Can't you see?
One
I
problem.
can see that it's working, but I also feel like it's not.
Why are you rewinding?
Because I would be in a spot where I couldn't dodge it.
Those were some noises.
There you go.
Wow, I can't believe you beat Wily through cheating, you son of a bitch.
I don't
Is
know
it
how
sur-
you're supposed
is
to
it
figure
surprising?
that out.
How do you figure the cheat out?
I don't know how you figure out he's vulnerable to fire and then electric
You-
without just
you-
trial and error.
Trial and
It's
error,
trial and error.
actually.
Okay.
It's
How
like,
it's always
okay,
been
let me
in
try
these
and hit him
games.
with a. Let's just try and hit him with a weapon, and then. Because I mean, Electman and Power are good. Like it wouldn't be. It's the ones that are probably the most obvious because they're easiest to hit things from a distance.
Also true.
Yeah. Also, later games would start the trend of he's weak to the thing that is the most pain in the ass to hit him with.
High top spin.
Yeah, topspin.
Fight Mega Man. Fight for everlasting peace.
He's-
God, that line is so good.
Did this text show up at all in Mega Man Powered Up?
It's in 2.
I don't think it did.
Buddy, I'll have you know I didn't finish. I DNF'd that shit.
Deep Planner AK.
Right.
Also,
So-
this being heavily in the era of pseudonyms.
Yeah, so like I don't think Inafune shows up in the credits at all. It just people get weird ideas.
He definitely shows up in like 3 because I remember. No, there he is, right there. But he's a
there he
character
is.
designer. Because yeah, I think he started out as a character designer. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, his credits say he was hired after the game was already in production, though. I mean, that's what he said.
He might have
so.
come in halfway through though.
This
Yeah.
Yeah, sound
Mega Man
patch.
human.
So that's
mode.
that right there is Manami Matsumai that I know.
And this is the very obvious Astro Boy
I
influence
forgot
because
who
he's
Yuki
blonde
Chan's
after
papa
this.
was, but yeah, he was one of the key people. Oh no, I think that was like one of the people because I think it's the person who did the sound for Sweet Home. I think was Yuki Chan's papa. Maybe not, but now we get this. So yeah, we can play the game again, or we can do this.
Just turn it off.
Well, we can also... So let me go into the emulator options real quick and turn on this option that says Game Genie Sound Distortion, and then reset. So this is what it sounds like, which I remember a lot because I played this game with Game Genie a lot. This is what it sounded like when I played as a kid.
So you were a cheating mofo even when you were a kid.
Some things never change.
I gotta justify the Oh! Okay, I hit the start streaming button, and I really hope it didn't break something.
It probably broke all of the things.
Oh, maybe I have to close. Oh, I have to close out and then.
All of the things.
There we go. Let's see. Who do we want to hear? Let's see what your. That's just your cuts, man. Yeah, because this works on a whole bunch of other NES games. Too, like for example, just load it up real quick.
What else are you gonna distort?
There is this because I know it does it on here. Give it a sec. Gotta load it real quick. Crash. Up here we go.
Wow.
I can't believe that the Red Dead Redemption zombie thing predates all the way to the NES era.
Yep. Also, of
It
course.
So just to check, but you are doing it intentionally in this case, or is it
Yes.
just a side effect of using like infinite lives or one particular code at a time?
No, it is using it in general.
Oh, okay.
Or I think it's using it with code. And also, I can't remember if it did it with this, but let's just check real quick. Yes, it did.
Well, that doesn't sound normal at all.
This
Gives
one
it a
is-
completely different feeling.
I just want to hear once the baseline starts.
Wow,
Oh, don't
what
change the baseline.
strange magic did they use for the timing?
Okay. That just sounds the way it normally does. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to double check because I'm pretty sure that uses the same sound hardware, so. Yeah, so. Mega
You did
Man
it.
1 on the resist list. Because the thing that I was thinking was I actually would probably put Mega Man at least. Well, let's see. Would I rather play Mega Man than Castle Illusion? The answer is probably no. I am thinking. Let's see. Because would I rather play the original Mega Man or the original Castlevania? I personally would probably rather play the original Mega Man over the original Castlevania.
Interesting choice.
Any other?
I mean,
Anyone else have any ideas?
About where to put this?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't hold
Uh,
the first Mega Man in well regard.
Put-
presumably.
yeah, I'd put it over Die Hard.
Right here?
Yeah, I'd
So-
put it over Die Hard.
Oh yeah, because I forgot the DuckTales went all the way down here. Yeah, in between, actually,
Yeah.
putting it below DuckTales, actually, I think that's probably a
Yeah.
good spot for it. So yeah. New number 40. In 1990. No, that's 1987. Capcom. For the NES. Action game. Style.
It looks pretty good.
Well, not style, tone.
Oh, it's cute.
I would say more anime closer than cute. Because it is very much going for an Astro Boy kind of vibe.
Well, not only do all the bad guys have big eyeballs, but when you finally defeat Wily, he falls down and surrenders to you. But you could call that. I mean, like anime. You mean like Castlevania and Hellsing, right?
Well, no. Like, I was thinking, like, considering the fact that this game is kind of inspired by Astro Boy, I feel like
Yeah.
that would kind of fit the anime vibe.
Well, it's more Kashan than Kashan's sins. I'd say it was cute.
Well, cute's more like Kirby and like that. I mean, they're big eyes, but I would not say it's not going for like a cutesy kind of vibe. At least I don't think. I think it's more going for like a 70s,
So you-
80s shonen.
You have these little bad guys who are nothing but a little head, and they have a Widow helmet. They hide under the Widow helmet. The bullets bounce off, and they pop up, and they shoot at you, and they hide under the Widow helmet again. It doesn't get much cuter than that.
It is cute.
But is the entire game cute?
That's it. Like there are definitely cute enemies. It's just I'm trying.
Yeah, I just I guess you could call it anime. It just looks way more cute to me.
The thing about Met Tools, though, is that I always thought they might have been a racial caricature, so I never really got into actually thinking they were fully cute.
I think it's just because of a limited palette, because it's supposed to look they're
Yeah, I think
the way the concept art was, and the way that Japan tends to draw, no,
yeah.
I've never really thought about it like that way.
I never really got it that way.
That still wouldn't change the fact that I think it's more cutesy than, because like when you're saying you're showing, it's like, okay, if you, no one would call Castlevania cute, but you guys are going on and on and on about the anime that's based off of it. Whereas no one would say Mega Man was serious like Castlevania.
Well, that is, I think, a bit of a. I think that might be a miscommunication of, or like confusion on what we're talking about. I was thinking of like the anime that is definitely not cute. Like, I think when we have like the anime and like the uwu face that it's making, it's going for a different thing. You can obviously have anime that is much more stark and dark than. And that would get the spooky rating, like we have Castlevania. I think the more anime that it's more of the shonen kind of like stuff you find in Jump.
I would agree it's probably more shonen. It's definitely not Kirby with the cute little dancing animations when you finish stuff and everyone has cake. So yeah, sure, anime works.
Yeah, that's more what that anime tone is for.
Roger that.
Or like Puss in Boots or Magical Dora Pete. Like,
the other thing is, we don't really have an aesthetic for fan art. And they didn't start until Mega Man 2 and onwards to use like fan-submitted designs for Robot Masters, right?
No, they didn't.
So you liked the music, so I think the sound was pretty good.
Yeah, the sound's definitely really good. Yeah, I would say it's an A.
Definitely.
Style also, I would probably give it an A as well.
I think it's a really good looking game.
Yeah. Feel. This is where I feel like it might. Let's see.
Because now approach is where you put difficulty. Feel is supposed to be how responsive it is.
It's basically the mechanical feel, like how well does it play.
No, that's fair.
I'm thinking because.
Well, I noticed you didn't go for a lot of the pixel perfect jumps, so.
No. Like, I would not, like, even as much as we malign, like, the first one, I don't think it belongs in E, I don't think it belongs in F, don't think it belongs in D, because I would not call this simplistic. I do, however, think that I think C is about as high as it could go, because it could definitely use some improvement, and it does get improvement in later iterations.
Yeah, that C sounds good. So what category is this? Approach?
This is history. It's A or S.
It's S.
Yeah.
A man who is tangentially related to this launched 2 Kickstarters based on the fact that at one point he worked on Mega Man. It's an S.
Okay, yeah, that works for me. Age, I do know that I have on here. I know I have knockback, so it's at least getting C.
Knockback. There's also limited lives.
There's limited lives, but I think limited lives. I have lives for life's sake. I think that's somewhere in D. Let's see. What was it? I know I have one. I think that I would ding this for lack of saving /password.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets it an E, and it's not going to F. So yeah, I would say this gets an E.
It has knockback over pits and spikes, which you cheated like a mofo over.
Yes.
I have a question. Did its introduction into collections later on actually give it some save state capabilities in those games?
Yes, they
Yes.
do. So the
That's-
thing with the age is that I am actually I'm going to base it on if you were not using save states, because at that point passwords are. I mean, granted that is most people are going to be playing these games in a environment that they have it, but still I feel like it should be dinged a little bit for not having it. Because I know that there are some people that try and play it without, like, as close to the original as possible.
Yeah, well, if you're not playing, the testament of age should be if you're not playing it the way it originally came out, there's something wrong with its age.
Could be, yeah, that's also a good point.
I mean, you don't hear people saying, "Oh man, I gotta cheat like a mofo when I play Pac-Man."
Also, here's approach. This game is definitely notably difficult. It's getting a D. I would not call it notably obtuse because it's you jump and shoot. There's nothing obtuse about that.
This isn't as bad. This isn't as bad as some of the later Mega Mans, which have ridiculous levels of memorization.
I'd say even then I wouldn't. Oh, I broke something.
Right. I mean, that's where we'll start getting subjective. But Mega Man 2's Quick Man stage, I don't see how anyone can defend that.
I would say that is far more difficult because once you get the pattern down, it's definitely doable. That's very just quick timing, and I guess technical
Right.
memorization.
But there's no way to do it until you failed it several times.
I would still
Or have-
I would chalk that up to more difficulty than obtuse.
I could see that. It's we both agree it's bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, so let's sort this. Oh, here's Mega Man. Milled green. Which is what I would definitely call the original Mega Man.
in okay game.
Yes. I mean, actually, just to double check. And there's Sonic the Hedgehog 1 right there. It also is competent.
Oh my god.
So yeah. That is... Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, so that is going to do it for this episode. So thank you all for watching. Have a good night.
Yay, robots!
Hey, robots. If you would like to keep up to date with Retro Rank Rhapsody, you can follow me on Twitter at LoloThePuzzlo, or join my Discord server by going to the URL discord.ldp.life. Thank you for watching, and I hope you stop by again.